Happy New Year's Eve! I will be going to bed before the New Year's comes in. However, I just got an alert from AccuWeather that we might have a possible sighting of the northern lights tonight. So, if the clouds stay away, that's what I'll be going out and seeing in place of the dropping of the ball. I'll just be watching the lights coming up on the horizon if they are with the colors and seeing some northern lights, hopefully. That's wonderful to bring in the new year. What are the chances? It's crazy. Very excited about that. But yeah, I'll be sleeping in the new year. But before I do that, I thought, I would share with you how what I'm doing for my project's documentation, and how it's morphed over the years. When I retired, I started making a list of stuff I wanted to do. So I just had a notebook and I was writing the list, and I did that. I was doing that for a couple years. It wasn't working for me. I was having a lot of stuff that wasn't getting checked off in my as I was doing this. It just wasn't working. So I ended up going to a planner. My Franklin, I went to a ring binder where it's a Franklin planner. We had gotten classes on that when I was working, and I went back to that, and I have weekly, I do a monthly list. So for my month, I will have, let's see, like here's February. So I'll have a list of all the things that I want to do for the month here. And then I will take all the things on here and I will put them on a weekly list, like here. So here's my weekly list. Then from the weekly list, I assign them days. I was doing when I went to this binder, I was trying just a weekly list. But what I was finding out, I still wasn't doing them. I'd wait at the end of the week, I'd be like, I have a whole week's worth of stuff that I've still not done. And I'd move them to the next week. So what I found was I need the weekly list to I need the weekly view for my brain. You have to figure out, how does your brain work? How does your brain think? For certain things, I need to see a weekly view. For other things, I need to see the monthly view. So I have a monthly calendar up on the wall. And for other things, I need to break it down into every day. And if I have it on a day, I am 95% more likely to do it. Also, I don't over schedule that day then. So if I have like 20 things to do, there's no way am I going to do that. So then I'll try and parcel them out over the day. So what I'm trying to do is like put projects on days. And if I don't do it on that day, or I have to continue, I'm still working on that project, I'll just put that on the next day and the next day and the next day. So that's been working for me. And then I'd go to people's houses and I'd visit and I would see these wonderful things. And they'd say, oh yeah, you gave that to me 20 years ago. And I would have no memory. I was like, oh, that's why it looked familiar. And I had no record of what I had made. So I had no idea that I had made. I was pretty, I had lots of stuff out there. I do have lots of stuff out there that I have no record of. So I decided when I retired, I was going to start keeping a record. So I started out doing it in a 3-ring notebook. And I was taking pictures and then printing them off on my printer and, putting something down about them. And I was doing that for a couple years. And I would have a database where I was keeping a record of it. I did that for a couple years. Then I was like, well, maybe I should just be doing digital. So I think it was 2022. I went digital and I didn't print out any of the stuff. And my computer crashed. I lost everything. So 2023 came along and I was doing a lot of card making. So I decided I got a composition notebook, which I covered, and I made it into a notebook where I could document my projects. So that's what I was doing in 2023. So I'd take a picture, and I saw on one of my planning websites that they were doing journaling, and they were using a HP Sprocket 2x3 zinc printer. It does Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or Wi-Fi through my iPad, and I can print these pictures off because I was always running out of ink on my printer. And these I can print it off, and I also have been putting my award things from the fair on whatever project it is, so that I'm like, oh yeah, I got an award. I got Top Zone Fair gave me some award for that. So I did that in 2023. This was getting pretty full, and I was still having starting to figure out how to get more stuff done, how I could get to my projects. And this has tabs not only for quilting, it has for sewing projects, it has for other projects, it has for card making. It's all the various things that you do. So in 2024, our local store had at the end of the year, they were doing a clearance on calendar things. And this was a calendar actually that had the month. And I decided, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to see what projects I start and get done in a month. So I've been putting start dates and end dates. When I get done with the project, I'll put in here when I started it and when I ended it. So this is like the after documentation. And I've been also accompanying. I want to start doing this more. I stopped doing this through the year this year, putting pieces of the fabric. I want to do that. I like that. It's like you go through, you try out different things and see what's going to work for you. So I went through 91 pages of this with different things. And I'm hoping this year to get even more stuff done. So I have my 2025 is made, ready. And I have 4 projects from 2024 that I have not completed, that I started but I haven't completed. So I am putting those in here, and with the start dates. So when they are finished, then I will add them into here. And then I have an index where I assign everything a project number based on if it's quilting. It starts with Q hyphen whatever number project it is for that year, and then the year behind it, 24. So these here are, I have Q3224 because that's quilting project number 3224. That's goldenrod from the open gate box that I still need to do. Q3424, which is the Easy Street 3-yard quilt that I'm almost done with, but I will have that done today. So that's going to be for next year. Then I have 2 looms. I have a rug loom and a placemat loom, and I have projects on them that I'm working on. So I have those numbers in here, and that's O for other kind of projects that I'm working on, with 0524 and 0724 for O. And then I have this, I'm using this notebook for, I have a master list then that I'm keeping in here. of where I have the running total of all the projects of the various types that I'm doing. And then I have the working project sheets where I can write down what the project is and the information about it and the notes on it, so that if I stop, when I stop working on it, I can come back to it and know what I had done on it and what I was planning to do on it. So that's my working sheets for projects. And then I have a section for quilting. And I have my list with what I've done and assigned numbers. And I'll be now assigning the next numbers for quilting. Will have a end with 25 because it's going to be in the year 25. I'll start over with Q0125. And I like to be able to see, like, so I've done, so for this year, for quilting, I've done, I think like 34 projects that I've either done or are in the process of working. 34 projects for quilting. For sewing, this year in 2024, I've done 34 sewing projects. That includes like bags, like I made new body pillows for my husband's body pillow. The covers, I made the covers for him, so that's under sewing. Painting, that's like toll painting. I haven't been doing any of that, so that's something I need to work on in 2025. I have some stuff I need to do painting. Paper craft is cards, so I didn't do as much as I wanted, but I had 4 projects that I did in 24. And then other. And one of the others was our portable garage. So I was like, you know what? I need to document that. So I documented all the different stages of building the framing and whatever for our portable garage. And I put that in here as an other because that needs documentation too. And I have pictures and everything. So design boards that I made with batting and stuff to lay out my patterns on. I made a bunch of design boards for myself. Stuff like that. So anyway, that's what I thought I would share with you today was the system that I'm using now. Now, this system changes. This is a very fluid system. As things don't work, they will change. And that's what you should do. You should think, how can I change this so that my brain wants to do what I want it to do? Because sometimes our brains are like recalcitrant children and they find all kinds of excuses for not doing what you told them you want them to do. So anyway, I hope my experience and what I'm doing might be of assistance to you and give you some ideas for what you want to do. And I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve. And if you're in the northern area of the United States, you might be able to see the northern lights yourself. AccuWeather has the states that they think might be able to see them tonight. I'm excited about it. So have a wonderful end of 2024 and a wonderful beginning of 2025. It's going to be great. I myself am really excited about all the different things that I want to make. So, Happy New Year.